everyone and welcome back to another video. As you may have seen in the title, I'm going to be talking about why Rune is important to the entire scheme of Five Nights at Freddy's. And the reason behind this is three things. First, the lore. Second, the goddamn franchise itself. And lastly, it's kind of Steelwool getting their approval from Scott because, well, you might have seen with the disaster when Security Breach just first came out, everyone was having fun playing it. It was like, oh my god, new FNAF game. It's like the next big thing. It's RTX and that, and it looks amazing. And then you try to switch RTX on, and people's computers just went on fire. And a short time after that, FNAF became a piss joke because it was now in the kiddie realm. Now, what I mean by this is that, well, FNAF was already a little bit to the kids audience, but it still held, an adult audience until Steelwool came in and kind of ruined it for everyone. And now you got a bunch of little kiddies that often can just come along and just create an entirely new fucking FNAF timeline. But anyways, enough time wasted. Let's start talking about the main 3 points. Now, speaking about the lore, so far it's very mangled. There's many things that are all over the place, like the mystery tapes and the Afton room. There's many things that are overlapping each other, and it's kind of left a massive mess for people to clean up, like MatPat, for example, and he's driving himself insanity. Now, what we can hope from the Ruin DLC is that hopefully they can clear up the lore or maybe add on to it. So instead of just like making up stuff or just continuing with it, maybe they can add on to that and then maybe explain it better, or hopefully they at least some way of them clearing the lore up so it's not just mangled forever and it's not even a mystery standpoint, it's just clearly just confusing and it's not making any sense. We all know that the Afton ending is the main ending, at least that's what it shows and that's what everyone believes, so we're kind of accepting that. And also the establishment looks all run down and burned down, so it's probably the Afton ending, or maybe the other ending where Freddy rams Vanny off the roof when he burns the pizzeria down. Or it's a mall, isn't it? But that's, you know what I'm saying. When Cassidy's coming in, hopefully there's gonna be parts of the game where it's showing off like, oh, remember that part from Security Breach that no one understood or made sense? Well, we can just clear this up because this is what's making sense. And, well, try not to you just explain it blatantly, but do kind of in a FNAF where it's like, oh, we're kind of explaining it, but there's still some hint and mystery to it, so it's not just ruined. Now, talking about what Security Breach has done on the franchise, it's many things that have been affected. There's now new content, which was most obvious part, but there's also, it's kind of a new demographic. You already know the old games were more built for, not mature audience, but it was kind of like teen-based things. And the games were meant to be scary and creepy, and well, the overall feel of Five Nights at Freddy was scary. Well, for the first part of the game, and then it got repetitive, but that wasn't the point. It was meant to be creepy, how the animatronics looked, and they looked so unnatural and soulless. But then you see Security Breach come along and absolutely throw everything that FNAF was building up for out of the window and say, fuck it, we're gonna do what we want to do. But Ruin, fortunately enough, looks promising, as even the developers say that they're trying to go for more of a creepy and serious look, and it wasn't just running in there and causing mayhem. You have to be very sneaky, and it's probably going to be build up in creepiness because the place is shut down, it's all dark, it's all withered, and you probably have to be on your guard all the time. So from that, we can tell that Ruin is definitely going to be more of an upside than Security Breach, fortunately enough. And hopefully, it will probably save the game. Now, if you're confused what I mean by Steel's last chance, I'm literally saying it's their last chance to work on a FNAF game, or Scott's approval by that matter. As you can tell when listening to Scott, he was not too pleased and was just overwhelmed of how big the game was, and it wasn't what he was looking for, and they kind of just did what he didn't pay attention enough, and the game just spiraled out of control. Now, I might be too blunt or just like too harsh saying this might be their last chance, but I feel like it's probably their major last chance for them to get any big titles again, because if they screw this up, then I doubt Scott's gonna keep on letting the same mistake going over and over again, because Security Breach, when that first came out, it was an absolute chaos. And I already said this, but the glitches in that, which is everyone knew the game about how crap it was, and it was unfortunate because the game had potential and it was just interesting. But Scott has kept his eye a lot more on this game, and I'm sure it's going to come out a lot better than the other game did. Anyways, we have arrived to the end of the video. I really do hope you enjoyed the video talking about Ruin, of course, and hoping that it's going to be a good game. But yes, have a good day everyone, and hopefully when Ruin does come out, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be maybe in a few hours or a day, or it already is out for you guys, then yeah, I hope you enjoy it and it matches your expectations. Anyways, goodbye.